And now with us on the Newshour, in fact, he is there waiting to join us. His name is Pradeep Gunjal. Let's put him on air. Pradeep Gunjal is India's most abusive politician. Let's put him on air, please. Prahalad Gunjal. He's India's most abusive neta. He's joining us today from Kota. The speciality of Mr. Gunjal is that he abuses once every 10 seconds. He's a BJP MLA from Kota. He's been featured in the 6-minute tape exposed on Times Now last evening. He's the latest to join the list of abusive netas tonight. He's a shame to India's politics. He's a shame to this country. The BJP has suspended him, but the BJP has not yet expelled him. Ladies and gentlemen, we won't be discussing the most abusive. We'll be discussing not just this most abusive neta who is with us live. We will question tonight on the Newshour every political leader who continues to abuse, insult and throw political arrogance. Now we have Prahalad Gunjal with us. But before I go to him, let's introduce the others. Sanjay Jha of the Congress, Sambit Patra of the BJP, Sudhindra Bhadoria of the BSP, Anil Dhar of the National Conference, Vivariman Sundaram, Senior Advocate of the Supreme Court, Ajay Bose, Senior Journalist, Shailesh Gandhi, former CIC and well-known RTI activist, and Bijon Mishra, who's a well-known consumer expert, comes in as a citizen voice tonight on the program. And we also have India's most abusive neta, unless someone wants to give him competition. His name is Prahalad Gunjal. तो प्रहलाद जी, ये जो बातें आपने की है, आप एक्सेप्ट करते हैं कि आपने ये सब बात कही थी, आपने ऐसे गाली दी थी?
देखिए, मैं लगातार 2 दिन से इस बात को कह रहा हूं। मुख्यमंत्री जी को भी मैंने पत्र लिखा है, प्रदेश अध्यक्ष जी को लिखा है, और सोशल मीडिया पर
नहीं, आप मुझे एक बात बताइए कि आपने कहा इस अफसर को, मैं वर्ड्स रिपीट कर रहा हूं, जो वर्ड्स रिपीट नहीं कर सकता हूं, कितनी इतना घिनौना लैंग्वेज यूज करते हैं आप जैसे लोग, इतनी बदतमीजी से आप बात करते हैं लोगों के साथ। एक मिनट मेरी बात सुन लीजिए मिस्टर गुंजल, आप सुन लीजिए प्लीज।
जी।
आपने कहा कि तेरे को आके जूते लगाऊंगा क्या, आपने ये बात कही कि नहीं कही? नहीं, आपने कही कि नहीं कही?
मैं आपसे यही निवेदन।
नहीं, निवेदन मत कीजिए, आप मेरे जवाब दीजिए। और दूसरी बात आपने कही, सुनिए आपने क्या बात कही, आपने उनके बच्चों को थ्रेटन किया। सुन लीजिए मेरी बात, आपने कहा उस टेप में, क्या आपकी आवाज थी, वर यू द पर्सन हु थ्रेटन द चिल्ड्रन ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर? क्या आपने कहा कि बच्ची को रात में नींद नहीं आएगी? उसका मतलब क्या था?
देखिए, मैं आपसे
नहीं, देखिए आप मेरे बात का जवाब दीजिए। आपने ये भी कहा ढीला कर दूंगा मैं मार के कार्यकर्ताओं से। किन कार्यकर्ताओं से आप मारेंगे?
इसके पीछे की कहानी में
मैं इसके पीछे की कहानी की बात नहीं, मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूं। मैंने मान लिया, नहीं, आपने कहा कि घसीट के मारूंगा दफ्तर से। आपने ये कहा कि नहीं कहा?
मैंने आपसे
नहीं। और तीसरी बात, मेरा सवाल आपसे ये है, आपने कहा तू जानता नहीं प्रहलाद गुंजल को, तो मैं जानना चाहता हूं आप हो कौन?
मैं आपसे वही निवेदन कर रहा हूं।
नहीं, निवेदन मत कीजिए। आपने ये भी बोला आदत सुधार ले, काला मुंह करा दूंगा दफ्तर से। नहीं, ये आपने कहा कि नहीं कहा? आप मुझे बताइए कि आपने कहा कि नहीं कहा?
पीछे के पक्ष में कोई नहीं जाता।
आप मुझे बताइए आपने कहा कि नहीं कहा? एक मिनट, पीछे का पक्ष ये है, आपने ये भी कहा आप किसी की अपॉइंटमेंट करवा रहे थे। आपने ये कहा मुझे कल सुबह तक ऑर्डर चाहिए अपने दफ्तर में उसकी प्रतिनियुक्ति का। आप किसी के अपॉइंटमेंट करवा रहे थे जो खुद स्कैम में इन्वॉल्व थे। आप मुझे बताइए आप किसके अपॉइंटमेंट करवा रहे थे? आप किसकी अपॉइंटमेंट करवा रहे थे?
कि मैंने आपको
आप किसकी अपॉइंटमेंट करवा रहे थे?
निवेदन
आप किसकी अपॉइंटमेंट करवा रहे थे? निवेदन मत कीजिए, जवाब दीजिए।
संभव नहीं,
जवाब दीजिए।
तो मुझे बता दें,
आप जवाब दीजिए।
4 बार इज्जत और सम्मान के साथ कोई एमएलए किसी को काम बतावे, उसके बाद कोई बात लेकर जावे एमएलए की, कि साहब एमएलए साहब ने मुझे भेजा है और उसको प्रताड़ित करे, ह्यूमिलेशन की स्थिति
ना। आप कौन है? आप राजा है वहाँ के?
और ये व्यवहार
आप राजा है वहाँ के?
हो गया।
नहीं, आप राजा है वहाँ के? आप राजा है वहाँ के? आप एमएलए क्या बन गए? आप राजा है वहाँ के?
रोजमर्रा का
आप राजा है वहाँ के?
और अगर मैंने
आप राजा है वहाँ के?
गलती हो गई और उसको इस तरीके से हाईलाइट करके और जिस प्रकार के हालात बन गए,
नहीं, मुझे
मैं गारंटी के साथ
मैं आपको एक निवेदन आपसे करना चाहता हूँ। आप मेरी सुनिए बात,
जिसको रोज
मेरी बात सुनिए प्रहलाद, वॉट एवर योर नेम इज, गुंजल।
नई बात नहीं,
सुनिए मेरी बात प्रहलाद गुंजल जी, आप सुनिए मेरी बात। मैं आपसे निवेदन करना चाहता हूँ कि आप तुरंत इसी वक्त सुनिए मेरी बात।
अपना काम करा सकता हूँ।
आप सुनेंगे?
जो आज
आप सुनेंगे? मैं आई एम गोइंग टू ओपन द फोन लाइन्स एंड आई थिंक यू शुड लिसन टू द पीपल। संबित पात्रा, आई एम गोइंग टू टर्न हिज ऑडियो डाउन, बट आई वुड लाइक टू से दिस। प्रहलाद जी, एक बात सुनिए। मुझे लगता है कि शर्म से आपको इस वक्त सार्वजनिक जीवन और जो भी पॉलिटिकल आपके जो करियर है उसको छोड़ के आपको निकल जाना चाहिए। सार्वजनिक जीवन पर आप एक कलंक हैं जो आप इस तरह का व्यवहार करते हैं। आप किसी को भी पूछ लीजिए, आप लोगों को शर्म आती है कि आप जैसे लोग नेता बन के घूम रहे हैं इस देश में। बाकी आपकी सोच है। संबित पात्रा ऑफ द बीजेपी, आप में ज्यादा टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करना चाहता। आप जैसे व्यक्ति पर मैं इससे ज्यादा टाइम नहीं वेस्ट करना चाहता, क्योंकि आप, मुझे लगता है, अपनी गलती को मानने को तैयार नहीं है। संबित पात्रा ऑफ द बीजेपी, सुधींद्र बडोरिया ऑफ द बीएसपी। नहीं, मैं आप पे और टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करूंगा।
मैंने गलती मान ली है,
मैं और टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करूंगा। नहीं, कोई गलती मानने की बात नहीं है। रुकिए, सुधींद्र बडोरिया, बीएसपी, अनिल धार ऑफ द नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस, लेट्स ओपन अप द डिबेट प्लीज। फर्स्ट रिएक्शन कमिंग इन फ्रॉम शैलेश गांधी. Shailesh Gandhi, what should be done with people like him?
Mr. Gunjal doesn't seem to even understand that he has done something very heinous, something completely condemnable. He should actually realize that even in front of his family members, his head should bow down in shame. Whereas he is saying कि MLA अगर कहे और काम ना हो, this is absolute arrogance. And I think I'm a little ashamed. I just saw Mr. Venkaiah Naidu on your screen just now saying MLA is supposed to have. I don't see what supposed to have can occur in this. This is so clear cut. There is no implication. You don't have to use your imagination. In fact, you have to cut out words if you have to have a decent TV show.
मैं you know what? I want to play out a little bit of the tape for him. I want to play out a little longer part of the tape. Now, Sambit Patra and everyone else, just wait for a minute. I want to play out a little bit of the words that this man Prahalad Gunjal used, and then my question to all the viewers tonight is, has the BJP done the right thing by only suspending him, which means he will make a comeback? Here's a little bit of the tape, and I want Prahalad Gunjal on the screen while this audio tape plays. Go ahead, please.
अरे CMHO साहब,
हेलो,
प्रहलाद गुंजल बोल रहा हूँ।
हाँ सर,
सर नहीं है, मैं 2 मिनट में तुम्हारी तबीयत ठीक कर दूंगा।
क्या हो गया
के बच्चे जब कोई काम कहे ना, तेरे को आके जूत लगाऊं क्या?
क्या हो गया बताओ सही।
बताओ क्या बताओ, क्या मत लिया अगर किसी बात को, या तो तेरे बाल काट। तेरे को मैंने कहा था कि वो मोरे मेरे घर का व्यक्ति है, तुम उसको मोई लगाओ तो लगाया तेरे।
अरे साहब, वो उससे मैंने कह दिया, उसको BCMO लगाएगा वहाँ का आमोद वाला।
कौन लगाएगा, क्या लगाएगा, कल लगाया क्या? छोटे काम के लिए और में आता, बड़े काम करता, कहते हैं साहब CMHO ने नहीं मानी, कल दफ्तर में आके। और आइंदा कभी फोन से पालना कर लेना, नहीं तो गंदी कर। तू जानता नहीं मुझे, तू किसी चक्कर में है यहाँ पे, तेरे को किसी का संरक्षण हो तो कल ऑर्डर चाहिए मुझे। आगे बात समझ में, कल मुझे ऑर्डर चाहिए, सुन लेना काम खोल के।
अरे साहब, मेरी बात क्यों सुनो आप। मैंने उसको
क्या बात सुनो,
मैं आपसे निवेदन कर रहा हूँ, मैं सुनो सही, आप 1 मिनट तो सुन लो। मैंने उसको
सुनेगा।
हाँ जी, मेरी बात सुनोगे तो कहूँगा, मतलब सुनोगे जब कहूँगा ना, क्या कहूँ बताओ।
सुना क्या, मैं गुस्सा आ रहा है कि सामने होता सारे 2 लाख लगाता। क्या तू जानता नहीं प्रहलाद गुंजल को? इज्जत से बात कर लेते हैं तो
आप तो जबरदस्ती गुस्से में हो रहे हो, पर मेरी बात तो सुनोगे ना आप।
क्या बात सुनो तेरी?
एक्चुअली उसमें मैंने उसको बीसीएमओ कहा था, मैंने कहा इसको वहाँ लगा दे, तो ये कह रहा था अब ये क्या है कि वो वहाँ पे वहीं प्रैक्टिस करता है, और ये इसने जो गोलियों का जो था ना वो इसी ने किया था, क्या तो 2000 गोलियों का जो किया था, तो वो कह रहा था साहब कि इसको वहाँ नहीं लगाऊंगा तो फिर ये परेशान करेगा उधर के।
मैं सीएमएचओ से बात कर रहा हूँ, बीसीएमएचओ से बात नहीं कर रहा। कार्यकर्ता के सामने बात तो मेरी खराब हो रही ना, 4 लाख दूंगा उल्टा था कुर्सी पे। मेरा कार्यकर्ता ये क्या सीएमएचओ नहीं सुनी? बात कितनी है?
नहीं वो बात नहीं है, उसमें एक्चुअली वो
कौन है? मैं बुला दूंगा, बच्ची रात को नींद नहीं आएगी, ऐसा खोप पैदा कर दूंगा। जब से बात करते हैं इसका मतलब ये इसलिए राजनीति कर रहे कि हमारा कार्यकर्ता ये कहे हमको अब तुम मौर्य को कल प्रतिनियुक्ति का आदेश दे देना मुझे, ये तो ढीला करा दूंगा मार के कार्यकर्ताओं से, बता देता हूँ। और रवि के काम को गंभीरता से ले लेना, ये तो सारा काला मुख करा दूंगा दफ्तर में, ये सुन लेना कान खोल के, और मुझे जवाब चाहिए कल, नहीं तो परसों देख लेना क्या हालत बिगाड़ता हूँ। कल ऑर्डर पहुंचा देगा प्रतिनियुक्ति का मेरे पास, समझ में आ रही नहीं आ रही?
I just played the whole tape so that the BJP representative Sambit Patra can also hear it tonight. Now, I won't waste time on Mr. Gunjal. Sambit Patra, you've suspended him, which means that he will be back in your party very soon. Why are you so weak? And by the way, it's an open debate. It's an open debate after this. Why are you so weak?
Arnav, after listening to the whole tape, I would surely say that my conscience today is shouting at me and saying that I should best lose the debate and I should not try to win over the debate in any way. There is no substitute to civility, and Mr. Prahalad Gunjal has done something which is shameful.
Now you
I say that on national television.
No,
I'm answering your question also.
Prahalad Gunjal is on the show. Prahalad Gunjal is on the show. Will you say to Prahalad Gunjal that he should quit politics?
You have asked me a question. Let me complete that in a very civil way.
Will you say to him that he should quit politics?
Only if you stop, I would say to everyone. I would say to everyone, not
to everyone, to Prahalad Gunjal.
I would say
would
to
you
him
say
also,
कि आपको राजनीति छोड़ देनी चाहिए?
Just a second. Today I believe.
Does a person like this deserve to be in politics?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Okay, then throw him out of the party. Then throw him out of the BJP.
I am telling you, suspension may just be the precursor of expulsion. Wait.
Oh no, yeah, okay. You mean you didn't have enough time, you were buying time on this. Sanjay Jha and to the others, we open up the debate.
Rajasthan government has assured you.
No. Wait, that's not a satisfactory answer. I'm getting Bijon Mishra. Let's get another citizen voice. It's Bijon Mishra. It's an open debate, by the way. Anyone can come in now. Please hide, Bijon.
Arnab, this is the right time for political parties to demonstrate their commitment in terms of discipline. You see, no MLA has the right to reprimand a CMO. He should have represented before the district commissioner to whom the CMO represents. So this kind of an indiscipline should not be tolerated, and in my view, this is the right time for the Modi government and for the BJP to demonstrate that just a kind of a suspension will not do, it has to be an expulsion. So in my view, this is the right time to take the right action, and they will win over the people's faith in this system, because the BJP was brought to power. You see, if they commit themselves tonight before the viewers, I'm sure they're going to gain a lot of ground in terms of ensuring that what they had preached before the elections, they are putting it into practice in terms of good governance. And I can tell you that this was least expected from an elected representative from BJP.
Well, Sanjay Jha, coming back to the debate, I'd like to remind everyone, why is the suspension not enough? Because you'd be seen to be backing a person who has verbally threatened to straighten out a chief medical health officer. He has resorted to gundaism. He has said, I will go to your office and I'll beat you up. And he has said that I will put fear in the hearts of your children. He has threatened the family members of the government officer, and if the BJP believes the suspension is enough, well, it will have a lot of people to answer for. Sanjay Jha coming into the debate. Aryaman Sundaram and the others, feel free to come in. Sanjay Jha.
Yeah, Arnab, you see, what is a very disturbing development is one is Mr. Prahalad Gunjal's statement, which is obviously has an inherent violent streak. Look at the other fact, there is a BJP candidate in Kashmir during the elections slapped a poll officer. I mean, there is Sadhvi Jyoti's statements encourage a lot of provocative, situation in our social strata. So there is clearly a diabolical, development happening across the.
No, I have on the screen. I have on the screen, Sanjay Jha.
People like Mr.
Sanjay Jha.
What is he preaching?
Is the fact.
What is he preaching?
Is the fact that Giriraj Singh gets a promotion. See, Giriraj Singh, who makes a lot of inflammatory statements, gets promoted by this current government, and Mr. Modi's government has put him in the cabinet. You have Sangeet Som, who gets Z plus security. Sanjeev Balyan, extremely involved in the Muzaffarnagar riots, still remains booked, holds a cabinet position. So, for a lot of them, youngsters and these MLAs and other people, they are getting
No, Sanjay, practice what you preach. Mr. Jha, just a minute. Practice what you preach.
Some kind of an
Mr. Jha, charity begins at home. On air right now, Mr. Jha, are pictures of a former member of parliament. He's a Congress leader. His name is Manda Jagannath. Do you have a TV screen next to you? Do you want to look at one? These pictures are from July 2009. I have these pictures being played right now. A Congress leader slapping a bank manager. You took no action. So who are you? When your leader goes and slaps a bank manager who doesn't listen to him, who are you to lecture me? Now, the second instance I want to present for your attention, Sanjay Jha, right, is that of Vijay Anand. 1 minute. Be patient, Mr. Jha. Yeah. Be patient. 2 constables beaten up by Congress MLA Vijay Anand Kasha Panawar at a bar lounge in July for telling him to cut short a party that extended the proposed deadline. Those visuals are also on the screen right now. Hypocrisy has come to such an extent today, Sanjay Jha, that you will talk about this most abusive MLA after having allowed your party leaders to behave like that. Who are you to lecture anyone? Who are you to lecture anyone?
Well, I want to tell you, Arnav.
No.
For what I can't see everything because I don't have a TV in front of me.
Well, it's there.
But I trust that you're showing authentic footage, and I will tell you, and I want to be very frank about it. It's reprehensible when it comes to others. And I would
okay when it comes to you.
That's unfortunate.
Okay when it comes to you. Sudhindra Badoria, Anil Dhar. You want to come into the debate? Either of you?
Give an example.
What example? What example will you give?
Mr. Munjal, just one point, Arnab. Mr. Muljal's role model, just give you one example. Mr. Muljal's role model must be Kirit Somaya, a current BJP MP who slapped a police inspector recently, and a senior cabinet minister like Mr. Nitin Gadkari, who threatened the income tax this year earlier before the elections, that when we come to power, I will fix you for asking me questions. So there is a culture and a DNA issue in the Bharatiya Janata Party for the sporadic lapses by Congress members.
The culture and DNA issue is everywhere.
Wrong.
The culture and DNA issue is everywhere.
But Arnab,
debate. No. Sambit, Anil Dhar of the National Conference coming in next. Anil Dhar.
Is a dictionary of abuses.
Well, Mr. Goswami, the whole thing. What is more important is to see the entire political spectrum, the entire political discourse. The standard of political discourse throughout the country is getting lowered by the day, and every political party, insofar as BJP is concerned, I think the use of masculine and burly language in electoral, I would say their electoral discourses and their election campaigning by the senior leadership. They are preaching about yoga and want everybody to be a yogic. But I think it's high time that they should hold orientation courses for their ministers, MPs and MLAs.
Mr. Dhar, is it unfortunate? No, Mr. Dhar, I'll tell you what you do. You are the same. All parties are the same. Don't lecture each other. Example number 1 for you, Mr. Dhar, is April 2014. Once again, put the pictures on the screen. Muhammad Akbar Lone, Jammu and Kashmir Higher Education Minister. Can we please have the pictures on the screen so people like Mr. Dhar also realize? Slaps a young man at a rally who protested during Omar Abdullah's rally. pictures on the screen.
I think that was a reaction to the misbehavior of the young man.
Fine, so you
that
can...
was a reaction
really?
by Mr. Akbar
Okay,
to the misbehavior of a young man, to the bad behavior of a young man. We do agree. I said that this is across the political spectrum. But at the same time, political parties preaching about discipline.
The second example on the screen, and we will take calls, because 1 minute. Mr. Anil Dhar, just hold yourself back and look at these pictures now. These pictures are from September 4th, 2014. Nasir Aslam Wani, Omar Abdullah's aide, kicks a party worker, kicks him. This is the lowest that any politician can go to. No, Mr. Dhar.
This was in a party convention, and he was trying to discipline some unruly members of the party.
This is the form of discipline. Shailesh Gandhi.
He was
disciplining. This is disciplining.
Do you have any sense of shame? Do you have any sense of shame, sir? Do you have any sense of shame is the question I'm asking you. Will you please answer that?
At the same time, what I mean to impress upon...
You are saying you will kick a man?
You'll say you'll kick a man.
How absurd can you be?
Those parties who give discourse...
People like you should... Look, people are known by the company they keep. We now understand the kind of company all of you keep. And this is ridiculous.
Need to check their steps.
No, sir.
Kick a man? Who gave you the authority to kick a man? Do you understand law? Do you understand what criminality is? Do you understand what is decent behavior?
So what we are seeing, Mr. Dhar, Mr. Dhar, you know, what we are seeing,
and he justifies this.
What we are seeing is political arrogance gone wild. Aryaman Sundaram, I'd like you to come into the debate. Every single political party. And the reason why people like Prahalad Gunjal get away is because in this great democracy of ours, there are netas who believe the media makes too much of a big deal. How is it the media's business? We are handling our party workers. Who are the people of India to ask questions? Our party workers need to be happy. Prahalad Gunjal जैसे नेता, उनके लिए सिर्फ पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता इंपॉर्टेंट है और कोई नहीं. और अगर पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता की मनमानी नहीं हो तो वो एमएलए क्यों बने हैं? ये उनकी धारणा है. और बीजेपी तो उनको निकाल बाहर भी नहीं कर सकती. आर्यमान सुंदरम कमिंग टू द डिबेट.
मारेंगे, लात से मारेंगे.
आर्यमान सुंदरम.
Arnab, let me, You know, I think let's get down to the basic problem. Let's understand what the basis of this problem is. Let's cut through all party lines. Every single party has workmen, have members, have MLAs, have MPs who have misbehaved time and time again. Let's come down to the basic problem. There was a time when the people who went into politics and who the parties would take and choose to be their representatives in the Houses of Parliament and in the legislatures were people of a certain caliber. Today that has gone to the winds. Absolutely. Parties are not bothered unless they get somebody there who can either bring in the clout or the muscle or the vote bank, and that is all they're concerned about. And what really concerns me are two basic problems. One, it cuts through party lines, which shows the caliber of people who today are entering politics.
Yes.
Two, it shows us as citizens the kind of people we are willing to vote for. We are willing to trust a party and vote for the party, not caring a damn about the kind of people who we are voting for. And that is a truism which we have to face. We have to know that we are the people who have put them there. We may have voted for a party, but we are also voting for the individual, and we excuse the party for trusting any kind of individual before us, because all we want to do is vote for that party.
That's why the BJP thinks it will get away.
This is the kind of people, and that is the second problem. The party, since they have that man as an elected person, since he has his own clout and influence, is then fighting shy to do anything with him.
I'll tell you.
Very well. Today,
I'll tell you the fact.
At him. Tomorrow the congressman, the BJP will shout.
They don't care. Sudhindra Bajoria, coming to you because you haven't spoken, but one point I would like to share is that parties don't care, and the fact is the Congress doesn't care, the BJP doesn't care. They laugh at the media for raising these issues, but the media irritates them. There are people in this country who don't want these issues to come up in the media. No, don't raise your hand, Sanjay Jha, because when Vittal Bhai Radadia was a Congress MP, one example which exposes both the Congress and the BJP, with your permission, is that of Vittal Bhai Radadia. One issue which binds Congress and BJP together is the case of Vittal Bhai Radadia. Now, these are the pictures which made Vittal Bhai Radadia very famous. The pictures of Vittal Bhai Radadia are from October 2012. Now, he was caught on camera. He takes his gun and he points it at Toll Plaza security. He is let off the hook. Does Vittal Bhai Radadia's career fall after that? No, it rises. He was a Congress MP. The Congress does not take any action against him. In fact, after that, the BJP woos him. He is welcomed into the BJP as a strongman of the BJP, and now he is a BJP MP. That is the punishment Vittal Bhai Radadia got. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to open the phone calls tonight, but if you feel enough is enough, and if you feel all parties are the same,
can I also
and people have been taken for granted, you can call now. We are extending the call.
Can I come in?
Ajay Bose, senior journalist, please. Ajay Bose.
Arnab, can I come in?
Yes, please, Ajay Bose.
Arnab, you know the problem is the mindset.
I also want to make
the problem is the mindset. These people do not believe. They do not believe that they are in the 21st century. They do not believe that they're representatives, elected representatives in a democracy. They think they're medieval rulers. They think they're living in medieval times. Therefore, they have total contempt for any type of civilized behavior or language. It's not just the language. They actually feel that they can beat, they can threaten, they can abuse, they can do anything because they feel they're medieval rulers, that they are not elected representatives, and we are in the 21st century. They're living many centuries ago. This is a monster which we have created.
Now, obviously it is, and let me tell you what binds all parties together is nobody is the same. Sudhindra Badoria wants to raise his hand, and I'm sure he wants to attack other parties. Before you speak and open your mouth, Sudhindra Badoria, I want to share something with you. I have pictures. One second. Today I will reveal.
And I want to also share certain things with you.
Sure, you can, but let me first have the opportunity of sharing with you some pictures which are unforgettable in the minds of most Indians. These pictures, ladies and gentlemen, go back to February 2011. The leader in the pictures is Mayawati of the BSP. She lets her personal security officer, a government officer, polish her shoes, her footwear with his handkerchief. The BSP says nothing wrong has happened. No action was taken. This is what a government officer is reduced to clean Mayawati's footwear. Action should have been taken in this case. No action was taken. This is political arrogance to the extreme. What would you say to that, Sudhindra Badoria? You're all the same. You're all the same. Please.
Remember, well, as far as that is concerned, I will answer your question in a larger...
Why is it larger when it comes to you and narrower when it comes to others? Be narrow with me on the subject.
As far as the political... your question relates to the larger political class, which of course there is need for a humility, there is need for a modest behavior, but in the example that you are giving, when a person, an officer, unwarranted, somebody comes and
really
starts...
unwarranted. So the officer unwarranted, he comes.
That is a different issue.
Right. So, Bejon Mishra, unwarranted cleaning of shoes. What's Bejon Mishra? Bejon Mishra, please. Bejon Mishra. It can't go unchallenged, sir. 1 minute. It can't go unchallenged. This is a debate show. Bejon Mishra.
The person,
let me just...
Mr. Badoria, the person will not get the guts. Person will not get the guts. Mr. Badoria. Mr. Badoria.
You go to the DDA office, you go to the MCD office, you go to the electricity department, you see the citizens being they are being misbehaved by all officers, whether from the police or from the bureaucracy,
justifying of the wrongs.
National life.
And how dare a leader allow somebody to clean her shoes? You see, the leader should not be allowing such things.
Nobody demanded it. Nobody demanded it. Nobody demanded it. No, you are putting this whole debate into the wrong context.
You want to tell me that nobody wants it. Nobody wants it.
That's irrelevant. Aryaman Sundaram has a question.
If the leader doesn't want it, if the leader
Aryaman Sundaram has a question.
Do it.
This is the story of contemporary India. 1 minute.
Examples.
1 minute. Now 1 minute. No, 1 second, Mr. Badoria, calm down.
Leaders have to set good examples.
Sir, please calm down.
Nobody demanded it.
Sir, please calm down. It is my responsibility as a journalist to ask the questions, and I will. And please do not believe that I deliberately am trying to embarrass any of you. What I am simply pointing out tonight is proof of why the BJP feels emboldened not to sack this MLA. Because you took no action in any of the other cases. When it comes to defending political interest, you are a self-interest group. The only people you don't like are the media and citizens who ask these questions. Aryaman Sundaram had a counter question. Aryaman Sundaram.
Arnab, by my reading of the situation which has just occurred with regard
Aryaman Sundaram, please.
Can I finish, sir? My reading of the situation which has just occurred of this gentleman, Mr. Gunjal's, I wouldn't call it abuse. It is a very serious threat to cause bodily damage, to cause harm, to cause grievous hurt to a person and threaten his family. By my book, it amounts to criminal intimidation under Section 506 of the Indian Penal Code.
Absolutely.
And I am very interested in knowing as to whether any police complaint has been lodged, whether any action is being taken
can I answer this?
for criminal intimidation, which in the case of threatening a person with death or with grievous hurt or threatening the family members, and in all these kind of things which I've seen from the comments, is actually punishable with imprisonment of up to 7 years.
Yes, Sambit Patra.
So I'm really interested to know how far this has been taken.
Yes, Sambit
Or are we
Patra.
just going to let
Yes,
forget about
Sambit
this
Patra.
and say, all right, public memory will forget it.
No, I have all the required documents with me, and when this question was taken up with Mr. Gulabchand Kataria, who is the Home Minister of Rajasthan, he has enumerated as to what all steps have been taken. FIR has been filed as was suggested right now, and in fact it has been referred to the Crime Investigation Department, that is CID. And when this question was put to Amandeep Singh Kapoor, who is the Superintendent...
Has he been arrested? 1 second, Sambit Patra, my question to you is more elementary. Do you believe that this man ऑन टेलीविजन राइट नाउ, जो ये व्यक्ति है प्रहलाद गुंजल है उनका नाम, क्या आप मानते हैं कि ये व्यक्ति जो वहां पे जो मेडिकल ऑफिसर है और उनके फैमिली के लिए एक थ्रेट है? अगर थ्रेट है और उन्होंने कहा है मैं आपको बच्चों को मारूंगा, मैं आपके घर में आके मारूंगा, मैं आपके ऑफिस में आके मारूंगा, मैं आपका मुंह काला करूंगा, तब तो ये फिजिकल थ्रेट दे रहे हैं. तो मुझे तो लगता है कि इनको अब तक अरेस्ट हो जाना चाहिए. आप जरा कहिए प्रहलाद गुंजल जी, क्या आप अभी अरेस्टेड हैं? और अगर राजस्थान पुलिस को लोग नहीं मिल रहे हैं तो हमें पूछ ले, हम बता देंगे गुंजल कहां पे है और उन्हें कहां अरेस्ट किया जा सकता है. और यह भी हो सकता है कि कल तक ये बोले कि मैं अस्पताल चला जाऊंगा, मेरी तबीयत खराब है, क्योंकि ज्यादा से ज्यादा नेता तो इस सिचुएशन में अस्पताल चले जाते हैं.
अभी ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन का इशू है.
See, there it is. Look how he's emboldened.
जांच करेगी.
Mr. Patra, do you think there's any
ridiculous?
This
Gunjal जांच करेगी. जांच के बाद
Mr. Patra, do you believe
पुलिस को लगेगा कि इसमें आगे कार्रवाई होगी तो निश्चित होगी.
No, what investigation? What investigation is required? The question goes, Mr. Patra, do you think we are foolish? Mr. Patra, do you think we are really that foolish? A man has admitted what he has done. What investigation is required? The man has admitted he has done all this. What are you investigating?
Today I stand with you all.
No, doesn't matter where you stand. No, Ajay Bose.
Even I am a medical officer.
Ajay Bose is responding. How does it matter where you stand?
So this is an open and shut case. Where is the investigation required?
Exactly.
I don't understand. Where is the investigation required in this? This is an open and shut case. Because I don't see there is a recording and he's openly threatening. This is verbal violence. So I don't see any need for investigation.
It is shameful. Should I open the lines now?
What is the great mystery behind it?
No, 1 second. Should I open the lines now? We'll open the lines. I can't tell you how many people are calling tonight. And here is a BJP leader who has been cosmetically suspended. He will come back. I am telling you, this man, Mr. Gunjal, will come back. He will be back with the BJP. In fact, Congress and BJP tomorrow will vie to get him into their party. We all know what they did with Vittalbhai Radadia. Esha Sachdeva is a businesswoman. She is joining us from Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. She wants to say something. Good evening, Ms. Sachdeva. Good evening, Ms. Sachdeva.
Good evening. I want to say something.
Yes.
Mr. Gunjal is a classic example of what politicians are like in India. I live in a state like UP and I see it happening all the time. What do we say that we have gundas in our country? The politicians themselves are biggest gundas and the biggest mafia that a country can ever have. I think that we need to change the profile of our politicians, maybe look at their backgrounds and then give them a ticket.
Absolutely.
We don't vote for such people who can't even behave in a decent way.
Absolutely. Mr. Sachdeva, I'll just translate that for Mr. Gunjal. Gunjal जी, हमारी जो कॉलर है उन्होंने कहा कि आप जैसे नेता तो सबसे बड़े गुंडे हैं इस देश की, और उन्हें लगता है कि आप जैसे नेताओं को निकाल के जो भद्र नेता है उनको लाना चाहिए. 1 मिनट सुन लीजिए प्लीज, सुनने का दिन है. 1 सेकंड. आर्यमान सुंदरम is making a point. Aryaman Sundaram.
Yes. I would like to ask this lady a question. I agree with her.
जरा चुप रहिए गुंजाल जी.
But I want to ask her one thing. Why is it that we as citizens do not bother about the kind of candidate who is being placed there before us to vote for? Why is it that we as citizens nonetheless can go and vote for such a candidate knowing his antecedents? And that is a question I think we should all ask ourselves as citizens of this country.
Okay,
the caliber of the politicians has fallen because we are voting knowing the caliber of such politicians and yet voting for them. In the days gone by, they would not have been voted for.
Well, without a doubt, you know, I keep going back to the case of Vittal Radadia. It proves, in my view, Aryaman Sundaram, without a doubt, the one thing that it proves is the politicians, parties only believe in votes. They present one way face to the people of India. They all promise a big change. They are essentially at the root all the same. It doesn't matter whether you're a murderer, whether you face rape charges, or whether you're an abusive neta like this. As long as you get the votes, that's all that matters for these politicians.
They think that medieval barons.
Of course they think they do.
They think they're medieval barons. They don't believe that they're politicians. They're medieval barons.
Absolutely, I have no doubt. I have no doubt about it.
Medieval time.
I have no doubt about it. I wouldn't say all political leaders, but a lot of them. Sanjay Jha, please, before you come in, I'd like to get Mahesh. He's an artist from Coimbatore. Mahesh, go ahead. Good evening. Good evening, Mahesh. Good evening.
To start on a lighter note, before putting this program, you should put a notice that young children, women, and heart patients should not see this program. And so shameless of our people. I think the criterion to stand in an election is who is scoring 80 plus as far as the decency is concerned will be eligible to contest the election. Suppose if you keep that, I can give it to you in writing, you will have 1 out of 1 lakh. Shameful on these people. Thank you, Arra.
Thank you, Mahesh. Do you realize how people are looking at you tonight, Sambit Patra? Is this what you promised? Are you so weak
definitely.
that one MLA? No, you can't take action against one MLA.
No, be rest assured, action would be taken.
No, I don't. I'm not assured. Neither will I rest, nor am I assured.
As I told you, suspension may be the precursor of expulsion.
No. Why do you have to be goaded to it?
Today,
Will you also suspend and sack?
You have to allow
1 second, Sambit. Will you sack Vittal Radadia? The true test will be. The true test of your party will be today. I'm putting all of you on the test. The true test of the Congress will be if it says it regrets the fact it did not take action against Vittal Radadia after his pointing a gun at a toll booth when he was in their party. But the true test for you will be, Sambit Patra, if you can say on TV, you will also throw out Vittalbhai Radadia. A man who points a gun in a public place cannot afford to be a member of my parliament. He cannot afford to be my representative directly or indirectly. Do you understand, Sambit Patra? That you let down the people of this country the moment you allow a person like that to enter parliament. You desecrate parliament. You shame parliament. You insult parliament. You insult every legislative body by allowing these people to continue.
Is the need of the day.
Don't tell me what is the need of the day. Will you throw out Vittal Radadia from your party?
Reforms is also the need of the day.
Will you throw Vittal Radadia throw him out from the BJP?
Arnab, can I make one point?
No, don't make counterpoints. Are you embarrassed that you didn't take action against Vittal Bhai Radadia? Why did Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi not act against him when he was there? You want me to show you the pictures again? Did you? Are you happy at this?
Okay.
Are you happy this happened, Sanjay Jha?
Arnab, let me answer you.
Are you happy this happened?
Let me answer your question. I want to tell you, I want to let you know, let me tell you, it was a shameful incident, and I'm glad he's no longer.
Are you ashamed that Rahul Gandhi did nothing? Sorry, are you ashamed Rahul Gandhi did nothing?
Bad rubbish.
Are you ashamed that Rahul Gandhi did nothing?
I agree with you that
no, doesn't matter. You agree with me. Before the elections, you did not agree with anyone. You defied the people of this country to make this man your party leader.
Because he was given a message that his conduct was not going to be tolerated.
Given a message.
I want to make a bigger point.
Given a message.
Mr. Jha, you are making a joke. Mr. Jha, you are making a joke. Mr. Jha, I didn't expect this from you. I expected people like Sambit Patra and you to have a conscience and to stand up for what's right. Stop saying I'm ashamed. Nobody is ashamed. I think we've had enough of this being ashamed.
Accepting my mistake and
take action, then we'll believe you. You've lost your credibility, and such decent people like you.
Discussing his case at the moment. But Arnab, let me make one pertinent point. Mr. Narendra Modi has defied a Supreme Court order that said that the government of the day.
Why don't you talk about Radadia? Mr. Jha, will you please talk about Radadia?
And this is what Mr. Modi's government has done.
Mr. Jha, will you please talk about Radadia?
You know, it's all the same, ladies and gentlemen. Two senior railway officers. Sanjay Jha, listen to my story. Listen to what I'm going to say. Sanjay Jha, listen to me. Let's continue with the debate. Listen to me. Listen to me, Sanjay Jha. A person enters the government after giving an examination, after passing a degree, after going through merit, after being selected, after some commitment in his heart that he wants to represent the government of India at some level. Now let me tell you, and I am opening the debate back. Two senior railway officers were suspended for one day in November 2013 when they made a special train halt several feet short of the red carpet, making the railway minister Mallikarjun Kharge walk about 7 extra steps. Now he is your leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha. Did Sonia Gandhi punish Mallikarjun Kharge for behaving like that? No. She rewarded him. She made him the leader of the Congress party in the Lok Sabha. Why? Mallikarjun Kharge had to walk 7 steps extra for a railway minister before the red carpet. Now 2 railway officers were suspended. I am asking you, please understand, Sanjay, do you know what the families of these officers go through? Have you ever felt the pain of this humiliation? Do you know what it is to be treated unfairly? Yes, Bejan Mishra was saying something. Bejan Mishra? Bejan Mishra.
What kind of examples they're setting for the country? You see, you can imagine what it must be putting an impression in the youth. Can you please keep quiet?
Bejan Mishra, please.
Please keep quiet.
Bejan Mishra, please.
Please keep quiet.
The Prime Minister,
please keep
Mr.
quiet.
Modi's government is brazenly flouting.
No, you please keep quiet for 2 minutes. You please keep quiet for 2 minutes. You need the Congress, every political party has undermined the bureaucracy, undermined the good officers, and they have always rewarded such politicians who have always been arrogant. And this is the time, all of you should actually confess, saying that now you need to change. The time has come to change. Bring reforms into the political system. Bring a code of conduct. Expel people who don't behave properly. Set good examples.
Absolutely.
Bring back the institution which has got lost.
No, one second. Bharat is a student calling from Delhi tonight. Bharat, good evening. Good evening, Bharat. 1 second. Let the viewers come in. Bharat, please. Good evening.
Yeah, I have 3 points to make. The first point goes, today's debate will be over, but these people cannot be changed. They will not change. And now the second point I have to make is like they should set some basic qualification or some kind of setup that can make these politicians and take them to a higher level.
No, 1 second.
Or else they should have an orientation program once they are into politics.
Bharat, I just want to point one thing out to you. I want to pick up the pictures of September 2014. I'm not answering on any panelist's behalf. But there are pictures of Nasir Aslam Wani. You may have seen these pictures of Omar Abdullah's aide kicking a party worker. right? Mr. Dhar has seen it. Now, Mr. Dhar will confirm to you that Nasir Aslam Wani is an educated man. He's an educated man, isn't he? Does education make a difference here? No, it is arrogance. Arrogance and only arrogance. Yes, Mr. Dhar, do you agree with me?
Yeah, I have
Well,
Mr. Dhar, do you agree
I
with
would
me?
like to well, Mr. Goswami, there's a marked difference between the other examples what you have shown on television with regard to certain Congress leaders and BJP leaders.
How?
This is, I'll tell you. Just allow me to speak. This is an issue where a party meeting was being held and some party workers became unruly. They had to be disciplined and they had to be...
Disciplined? This is what infuriates me. This is what infuriates me. What do you mean? No, 1 second. No, again you are repeating it the second time. Please, go ahead, please.
Are you crazy?
What a senior leader of the party
kicking
or
them?
minister gave to a bureaucrat.
Your party decides
the record
to
of
kick
National
people
Conference
to discipline
government,
them.
the record of Omar Abdullah government with regard to bureaucracy is exemplary.
This is unfortunately the kind of fascist attitude. This is unfortunately the kind of fascist attitude where you believe that a person poorer than you, weaker than you deserves to be kicked. And I'm very happy.
You are the equivalent of Gunjal. You are no different.
This is completely different.
No, one second. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I thank you, Mr. Dhar. Mr. Dhar, I thank you today for actually revealing the way politicians think today. It's a party. We can kick him. We are disciplining him. You treat your... No, there's nothing. I heard you. You were on record. Arrogance Sundaram, please. Wanted to make a counterpoint to you. Arrogance Sundaram.
Yes, I want to make a point.
Arrogance Sundaram, please.
I think today's debate...
Yes, Arrogance Sundaram, please. Mr. Bhadoria, after that.
Sir.
Yes.
You've said what you had to say. Can I please say it?
Go ahead, Mr. Sundaram.
Today's debate has really proved something to all of us. When you show any incident with regard to any particular party, the representative of that party on your panel defends that action.
Absolutely.
When you show an action of some other party, they criticize that action. Which all goes to show that political patronage is what allows these people to get away. They're the first to criticize another party's worker for misbehaving, and they're the first to defend their own party worker for what happened.
Absolutely.
And that is the shocking thing, that in a debate like today, you have proved to everybody that the reason these things happen is because of political patronage, because each one of your panelists of different parties today has each one of them have defended their own party workers when you showed those pictures.
Absolutely.
And criticized the
now
others.
I have one question at the end. One question at the end. I'm taking a vote on the panel. 1 second. Prahalad Gunjal ji, zara ek minute suniye. Now I want all the members who are on the Newshour panel now to... I have one question to you. We'll have a vote of hands. How many of you on the panel believe, including Sambit Patra, that Prahalad Gunjal should quit politics? How many of you do? Please raise your hand. If you believe Prahalad Gunjal should quit politics, please raise your hand. Ajay Bose. Watch. Who? No. So Sudhindra Bhadoria feels he should not quit politics. Mr. Dhar, do you believe Prahalad Gunjal should quit politics? Raise your hand then. 1 second. Who's not raising his hand?
I think he should be disciplined.
No, watch it.
He should be disciplined.
The only person not raising his hand is Sambit Patra.
Rehabilitate himself and make a re-entry.
Beginning. I told about that in the very beginning. My only submission is we need to have
I only asked you for a show of hands.
I supported the view.
How can you swing?
Gaurav is our last caller and he's calling in from Pune and he has a question for Sambit Patra. Sambit, Gaurav, go ahead. Good evening.
Stand up. If you have a question, we will answer it.
Pardon me, sir. Mr. Bhadoria, what are you saying?
I'm saying this is no way to conduct that. You raise your hand, you sit down, you stand up. If you have a question, we will answer.
Don't take it otherwise, Mr. Bhadoria. I was only trying to save time. I can ask you the question also. I was trying to save time. Do you believe he should quit politics? Let me ask you.
Ask me any number of questions.
He doesn't know how debates
Of course, there should be serious action, but this requires a larger debate. And if you want to spread cynicism into democracy, this will have very serious.
Sir, it's a democratic debate. It's a show of hands. It's a democratic, not an undemocratic thing to do, Mr. Badoria.
No. It requires serious political debate.
Okay, Mr. Badoria. What do you want me to do?
There has to be a change in the.
Mr. Badoria, fine. If you don't want to take a position, that's fine. If you're upset, I asked the question on Mayawati. That's also fine.
Take a position. I want to take a position.
You see, Mr. Badoria, those who
political.
Mr. Badoria, in Parliament, if you go today,
but it should be
even in Parliament, there is a show of hands. There's nothing undemocratic or indecent about a show of hands. Now, Sambit Patra, last question for you from Gaurav. Gaurav is calling in from Pune. Last question to Sambit Patra. Go ahead, Gaurav. Are you there, Gaurav? I don't think he is there. But his question was there, is there on the screen. That's what he said he wants to ask. Is it not time for the BJP to remember its own promises? I don't think I have him. Isn't it time for the BJP to fulfill its clean-up promises? That was the question from Gaurav. Maybe, despite the fact we don't have him, maybe Sambit Patra wants to answer that briefly. 30 seconds and then we move on.
Answer that very candidly by saying, well, yes, people have faith on Bharatiya Janata Party. People have faith on Narendra Modi ji. And that's the reason as to why we should surely clean up our house. If there are wrong elements in Bharatiya Janata Party, we should see to it that they are sidelined and people with vision.
We saw what it did following the Supreme Court observation, Mr. Patra. He's inducted more criminals into his cabinet.
Sanjay Jha, please don't
Mr. Modi's inducted more criminals into his cabinet. He's actually contravening the Supreme Court verdict. So stop being hypocritical on the channel. Stop being hypocritical on the channel. You actually sell governance to the people of India and you do exactly to the contrary.
We have no worries.
No, you exactly.
Okay, to both of you, thank you very much. And that question goes out to all of you. What should be done with India's abusive netas? Thank you for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.